Hey everyone, welcome to your Relax and Release Tension yoga sequence. Starting today at the back of our mats in Child's Pose, stretching the arms out nice and long in front or down by your sides. Take a deep breath in, deepest breath you've taken all day long, fully filling the lungs from the bottom up. Expand through the rib cage, and on your exhale, release into your mat. Remember what this practice is for. It's to release, relax, let go of tension. Slowly coming on up to a seated position and shifting over to one side, pulling your legs out long in front of you. Even moving your butt cheeks out of the way so that you can really ground into the earth. On an inhale, lifting your arms all the way up to the sky, lengthening, and on an exhale, we journey into our forward fold. Now make sure you're not pressing too hard, don't force anything here. Try to use your breath to lengthen on the inhales, and on the exhales, see if you can release. If you need to bend your knees here, feel free to do that. Maybe even put something underneath your knees to help you out. And get into the stretch as deeply as you can, finding your edge and relaxing into it. Breathing into it. Don't forget to breathe. Deep, full belly breaths. Feel your ribcage expand. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold once more. Whenever you're ready, you can make your way back up to a seated position. Breathing deep, lengthening through the spine, pulling in your left leg, either above the knee or below the knee, lifting the arms up, and stretching over to forward fold over just one leg this time. Making sure both of your sit bones are grounded. And again, you're using your breath to lengthen on the inhales and exhales, folding a little bit deeper. Still having something under your knee here if you need it. Grabbing onto the foot if you can reach. If not, no worries. Inhale, coming back up and switching to the other side. Right foot comes in above the knee or below the knee, lifting the arms up to the sky and then rounding forward, hinging from the hips, not the low back, doing your best to find your edge, the place that challenges you today, but you're not forcing, not pushing anything. Inhale, lengthening, and exhale, folding deeper. Notice if you're holding on any tension and see if you can allow it to let go. And whenever you're ready, making your way back up to a seated position. Take your time. I have to fix my mat here because it was a little bit windy. Stretch your legs out long, preparing for our seated twist. Pulling in your right leg. Doesn't have to be super close to your body. When you get it where it feels comfortable, wrap your left arm around it, give it a hug. Taking your right arm behind for extra support. On an inhale, we lengthen all the way through the crown of the head, and on an exhale, we begin to twist. The breath is nice and deep, and also make sure you're not muscling into this twist. Don't force anything. Lengthen, and really focus on lengthening, and on an exhale, allowing yourself to go a little bit further. See if you can lift that back hand off the ground to make sure that you're not pushing. You're just guiding yourself here. Slowly coming back to center and preparing for the twist on the other side. Left leg comes in and we hug that left knee with our right arm, pressing into the ground with our left arm and really sitting up nice and tall. Remembering to focus on lengthening through the crown of the head on our inhales, and on our exhales, we journey into our twist a little bit further. Noticing if you're pressing, if you're forcing, try your best to just guide. Lifting that back arm off, just to make sure you're not forcing it, and slowly coming back to center. Alright, as we come into our next stretch, our butterfly, your soles of the feet are touching each other, but you don't have to pull in your feet super close to the body. just as long as your feet are together and your hips are open. Focus on lengthening through the spine all the way through the crown of the head and opening through the hips. Holding onto your feet, your ankles, or taking your hands behind your back to help you press into the ground for more length, possibly even opening up the hips a little bit deeper. Expand through the diaphragm and exhale, completely letting go of any tension that you're holding on to. Whenever you're ready, coming over to a seated position and facing the wide edge of your mat, spreading the legs out nice and wide, just as wide as feels comfortable for you today. Flexing the feet nice and bright. Inhale, we lengthen through the spine, reaching the arms up to the sky. And exhale, we begin to fold. Now you might stop right away. That might be your edge today. But see if you can go a little bit further without pressing too hard. Just don't force anything. So if you need to stay seated completely, that might be enough of a stretch. Only you know what your body needs, so try your best to tap in, tune in, and listen. Breathing deeply, and whenever you're ready, coming out of your stretch and coming into a seated position. Your legs can be crossed in any way that feels good to you, so just simple cross-legged. Both feet can be on the ground, or one foot can come up onto the thigh or the calf. Inhale, reaching the left arm up to the sky and over to the right side, making sure both sit bones are grounded. You can be on your elbow here on the right side or just on your hand. And your gaze can go up to the sky or down at the ground. Your left arm can stay up, or you can play with taking it behind the back to help open up through the heart space. Slowly making your way back to center. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky, and we tilt over to the left side, getting a nice stretch through the side body, making sure both of your sit bones are grounded. Breathing deeply, gaze up or down, playing with the hand behind the back, possibly keeping the chest nice and open. And slowly make your way back up to center. Now let's take a moment here to reconnect and remind ourselves why we are practicing today. Deep breath in, arms reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Notice if you're rushing through this practice, trying to get on to the next thing. Don't judge yourself for that. It's completely normal. But try your best and use this practice for what it's for, relaxing and releasing tension. Let's lay down on our backs. And once we get there, hugging the knees into the chest, rocking side to side if that feels good, maybe drawing some circles with the knees to massage the low back, finding any movement that feels good. And now we come into happy baby pose, grabbing the sides of the feet, the big toes, the ankles, behind the thighs, opening up the hips. Feet are nice and bright. Rocking side to side if that feels good. Breath is deep. Slowly coming out, hugging those knees back into the chest. And legs come out nice and long. Shifting into a comfortable position for final relaxation. One hand on your heart, the other on your belly. Noticing your heartbeat. Noticing the rise of your belly with each inhale, and the fall with each exhale. Finding gratitude for what your body has allowed you to do today, and knowing that you're better because of it. See if you can relax into the trust of knowing that everything is exactly as it should be, and that you are exactly where you're meant to be, right here, right now. Slowly coming over to one side, waking up the body, pressing strong into the ground to come up to a seated position. And we will come together to finish this practice with a couple of deep, full conscious breaths. Inhale, arms reaching up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, one last big, juicy, full breath. Exhale, we bow. And when I say namaste, it means the best, highest, most authentic version of me honors the best version of you. In other words, I see you, I hear you, you matter. Thank you so much. Namaste.